My family is up in South Bend, so we went up there for the day, and it was nice. We were all adults, and it was peaceful.
We were not all adults. I will say that right now. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Some of us were children.
Some of us
Going
just
for it.
had to get things out. So,
Well,
weather was
there you go.
It was perfect driving weather.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's like a 2-hour drive from South Bend. Right on Route 30 all the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to warm up my mat too. Can you feel how cold it is? Yeah.
It like wouldn't unroll all the way.
It's quite stiff.
Oh, you've had
I've never had it, but I keep hearing how lovely it is.
Oh, it is really nice.
Yeah, I've heard. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, the whole campus is really nice.
Is it?
I'm excited to watch the game tomorrow, though, on my
Who
TV.
are they playing?
They're playing Georgia.
Okay. Out of this water.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I've never heard
I
of
mean, there
stations
is
that
no
so violent.
So what are you doing with your phone?
I'm just recording it. I put it on my YouTube so that I can like
Brenda. Hi,
watch
Brenda.
it.
Nice to meet you.
Thing. But sometimes I forget to record on like the classes where I enjoy it a lot.
Okay.
Hoping to get another good one soon. Because I think I've only uploaded like one, and I have like five.
Brenda, we have some cards.
Oh, okay.
If you wanna
Yeah.
maybe feel one out, collect them.
Moonology.
Oh, yum. Never made them before. No? Yeah. Yes, we
Oh, it's in
did.
a wax
Excellent.
crescent.
I actually got it. I got his cookbook for Christmas. Linda McCartney's recipe. Paul
Do you know what
McCartney's
did you
recipe.
get?
Okay. She's a vegetarian, so it's all vegetarian.
What did I get
Awesome.
today?
Yeah, so it's a vegetarian chef.
I got
That's the way I do it.
first quarter moon berries.
I love
That is my power.
It's fun.
Oh,
And in
that's
fact,
right.
I'm
I
not
got
100%
New
certain they
Moon
still
and
have
Leo
it, but I
Shine.
think, Mayfair Tap Room on East 10th Street.
Yes, I should do more of
They
that
had a really
too.
good, like, vegetarian.
Feels like this has energy that I need right now.
After
After all the socialization that's been happening
And
the last
they're
week,
a
I'm like, I am
beer bar, so they got taps. and it's like
really
this
worn out.
beautiful
Yeah.
ceremony to keep it
Yeah.
so it's actually the son of
one, but you can always have to.
John Hill, which started as
Like I wanna sit on a tall block at some point today.
30-some years ago. He opened a pub and like actually was really
Give directions from the blocks.
What's it called? It's called Mayfair. It's right on East 10th Street.
What did you get from them?
I got full and jelly sprays for the wine.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we have more people coming?
It's about time.
Not bad.
You're staying tonight.
Oh yeah.
I might even have.
The weather is terrible.
We're going out there.
Yeah, if we don't have anybody else, we can spread it out. Yeah.
Like my,
Thank you. I'm not trying to
I
Yeah, sure.
No worries.
Yeah. So you'll be partying again?
and having 3 teenagers.
Welcome, everybody. We'll start practice today in kneeling on the block, a hero's position.
Take from it. Just gonna lay some sage. Is it your car? There's a lighter in the desk. Close your eyes here and focus on the spherical areas of the body, the three apples, or today's class is dedicated to the moon, and it's changing and shifting, and how she reminds us to not hold on to anything, because the only thing that's constant is change, and we can reflect upon what's happened in the past, and we can zero in on what we want to manifest in the future. Yesterday was a black moon, which is a rare occurrence. It only happens every 2.5 years. It's the second new moon of the month, and new moons are said to be a time when we can tap into what we want to manifest, and we can think of the black moon as a spiritual quest towards manifestation, perhaps even doubling the manifestation quality. So just hold that in your heart and your mind's eye. Breathe that newness in, that regenerated power of the moon. Expand the three spherical areas of the body. You can imagine 3 moons. You have a hip moon, a heart moon, and a head moon. With each breath, you can let them swell with enlightenment, with wisdom. As you grow and expand, you get taller. You can feel your breath working like a pump to expand these 3 spheres. This is also the time of the new year, and we can look upon the last year, learn from our mistakes, and we can set forth new intentions for this new year. Inhale, blink your eyes open. Reach 2 seed hands forward. Squeeze the seed hands as a way to further enlighten your radiant heart. Press through the tops of the feet to lift up, and then hinge at the hips to touch your dome hands down to the mat. Dome hands slowly transition. Slowly and artfully, I'll say, transition to spring hands. And you can try it again if you went too fast. Walk your knees back. Slide your blocks aside and simplify an all-fours position. Here, you can shine the light on the 3 spheres. And remember, there's always one side of the moon that doesn't have any light on it that we can see. The dark side of the moon. And we've all got our own dark areas. Shine enlightenment and intelligence to those spaces. Use the feet to help widen the hips. Press the hips back and expand the pelvic floor. Engage the sides of the hands to further enhance the roundness of your rib sphere. And then let your head sphere serve as an anchoring forward point that pulls your directionality up and forward. Root through the right foot and lift the left leg to square leg back. Find some pulses here that teach you how to enhance the dark side of your leg, the back side of your leg. Use the engagement in the sole of the foot to tone the calf and the hamstring. And go through a bicycle pedal here that gives you even more information. stillness in the center. Lower the left knee towards the floor without touching the floor. Right, hover it right above the spot where it was. Keep the tailbone lifted, the hips pulled back. Yeah, booty pulled back. And let's go open leg left. It goes wide and to the side. Stay there, but push your hips back behind both of your knees. Keep the tailbone lifted, can you, as you lift your heart moon and head moon. And then take some open and closing pulsations. The knee goes towards the right knee. And then it opens wide towards the open leg position. So it's like you're opening and closing a door. Yeah. Attempt to keep the hips back the whole time. That will keep your tailbone lifted and lift your heart moon so much the arms remain straight, strong, and long. On your last pulsation, let's cross the left knee to the outside of the right knee. You're crossing back and behind. Touch the top of the left foot to the floor and root the hips back. Pull back and widen as you do. At the same time, fly your heart up and forward. Look for space in the belly and find a gentle pulse. Increase the distance between the vertebrae. Experiment with a side-to-side pulsation as well, the ribs. Looking for space to create more spherical moves. You all have trained so much in this practice that you know how to improvise and experiment with it, to know where your dark areas are and to shine light on those as enlightenment. Inhale, lift the left leg back up. Lower the top of the foot to the floor first before you return the knee. And simplify all fours. Re-engage the places where you forgot. Lift up in the places you felt heavy. Root through the left foot and lift the right leg, square leg back. Tone the whole leg. And then pulse bicycle style. Scooping in a way that lifts you and lightens you even under the armpits. It's hard to keep the tailbone lifted as you bicycle backwards. And I'll remind you, when things get hard, maybe try to make it even harder, because that's when you're really shining the flashlight on the dark side of the moon. Lower the right knee just to hover above the spot where it began, and then take an open leg right. Shift the hips back more. Keep the heart up and forward more. Wonderful job. And then pulsing, opening and closing the door. Yeah, so you touch the knee towards the left knee, and then you open it wide. And then you close it narrow, and then you open it wide. One more pulse. And then we'll take the right knee to the back, cross behind, touch the foot, and then the knee, root your hips back. And you know how to pulse here. Let's sculpt your hip moon with a parallel park. Can you keep the tailbone lifted even as you shift? You're getting in the zone. Maybe you can call to mind that card that you pulled. It just happened to be a moon deck. Josiah picked out the deck today. I can tell him this was the theme. Oh, good. And then move to your rib sphere and seaweed sway it. Inhale, lift the right leg back up through the center, and then touch down the foot. First in the knee, all fours. Spring low to dome both hands. Gentle seaweed sway here to prove your lightness of heart. And then a scoop of the arms up through chin up bar to a high kneeling position. We'll go to ecstasy hands. Root the hips back in its large full moon sphere. You get the idea. Inhale, crescent to the right. Start with a gentle crescent just to begin the class. We're going to go to a lot of crescents today. And you think about your feet. You're rooting through the feet. You got your ankle hollow strong and the hips wide. First, you can look down and to the right and fill in those side ribs of the left. And you wiggle and move. You find the space. You shine the light. Inhale, back up through the center. Exhale, sit your hips back and widen your blue moon. Inhale, crescent to the left. And first the gaze goes down and to the left so we can fill in those side lumps. You can go to that space where it gets dark and crunchy and we can wiggle around there or breathe space into there and give it room. It's like we're dancing around. Inhale, back up into the center. Exhale, spring load the hips down and touch lightly to fingertips. Like your domes are landing anti-gravity. Then transition artfully dome to spring. All fours. Roll over the top of the right foot for a humble cat right. Right knee opens, left foot kickstands. Sit the hips back and wide and root the booty towards the right heel. Tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder and start to rise to the right ribs, right hand domes. Sit your hips back and check in. Hips back, throat open. Let your right ribs rise supremely like there's a bubble that lifts up towards the surface. Inhale, reach the right seed hand towards the front of the room and act like you're holding on to somebody. They're pulling you forward. You pull your hips backwards and really get that stretch on the side rib. Spin your ribs towards the sky. Tilt your head back. Open through the jaw. Yeah, get into that side. So good. Touch down, right hand dome to spring. Simplify all fours. And when you simplify, that's your chance to go over your checklist. Hips back, throat long. Hero feet, spring hands. Humble cat left. It's a baby step forward. You stay on your mat still. Kickstand the right foot. And you use that left foot to dig your hips. They go backwards. You use the left paw to drag and tone the back side of the leg. Tilt your crown towards your right hand, dome the left. Swing your left seed hand forward. Keep the tone in your left arm and keep the left arm spinning in its tipping spiral. As you draw your hips back, pull the weight out of your right hand so that you're not stacking the joints. And experience the tone that zips all the way up your right armpit. Touch down, left hand dome to spring. Simplify all fours. ecstasy. Sit your hips back, crescent right. Gaze down and forward first. And then peel your gaze open and to the right. Inhale back up to the center, crescent left. Gaze down and to the right, feeling your moves. Open back up the gaze. Inhale back up and towards the center. Spring load. Domes come down lightly. Artfully transition to spring hands. All fours. All fours transitions to crouching cat. Maintain the lightness. Find lightness where there's heaviness. Expand and sculpt your spheres wide. Widen your upper thighs maximally and pull them back. Even step your feet as wide as your mat. Twisted cat to the right. Dangle your hips back and to the left. Let your right ribs arc up so high. We just open the right ribs so high. It must be easy now. And now we're going to go open leg right. Up it goes. Open leg right. Yeah. It helps if your left heel can be rooted on the floor here. Yeah. And then right hand to right knee. Bow your belly. Bow your throat. Tilt your crown. Sit to step behind you. Back pass. Right hand ecstasy. Swivel your heels towards your left hand. Wilder thing. You got it, Brenda. Tilt your head back. Bow your throat. Yes. Good. You can reposition your feet if you're a little bit too close. Root your booty back. Bow your throat. To come out of it, we're going to swivel the heels first. Step the right foot to your twisted cat. Swivel the heels back to your crouching cat. Lower the knees. All fours. Figure out a way to make it lighter in the heavy areas. Draw your power back towards your roots and find lightness in your wings. Crouching cat, yes, talks off now. I'm getting warm in here. Crouching cat, wide hips started. A good twisted cat starts with a great crouching cat. Twisted cat to the left. Rise through the left rib. Believe it or not, the higher you can get those left ribs, the lighter your twisted cat's going to be. Root your hips back so the weight comes out of your right hand primarily. It's more in your feet. Then open leg left. Up it goes. And you're using your left foot to stand and balance. The right heel, could be on the floor. Left hand to left knee. Hand to knee, one arm, one leg balance. Good. And then finally sit back, step back, swivel the heels back, wilder thing. Draw your weight towards your feet. And then bow your heart open, lean your head back. Yes. There you go. Good job. Listen carefully. We're going to come out of it by first swiveling the heels wide, then stepping the left foot back on the mat, swiveling the heels one more time, and guess what? You're in crouching cat. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Let your head hang. Embryonic curve. Soften the jaw, shake it out, dance it out. You've come all this way. You've come all this way. course, there's been ups and downs. There has been for everybody, but you've moved forward still, haven't you? Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, recovery stance. And then shine through the light of your radiant moon. Imagine your head space. And shine the light on the dark side of the moon as well. Inhale, step neutral, earth stance. Reach the arms up through your chin up bar. And swoop the hands to the side of the head, ecstasy. Exhale, sit the hips back. Inhale, crescent right. And you pulse and you look for your space. Yeah, Joel, take your feet a little bit wider. That'll be easier. The toes stay down, but the heart can wiggle around. Your tailbone stays lifted, but you can tuck your chin to find more space, and then open your bow. Good. Peel your bow open to gaze at the right side wall. Hips parallel parking to the right. Inhale back up into the center. Exhale, sit your hips back, crescent left. Body weight in the front part of the feet. And it's not like we're going for the who can crescent the farthest to the left. Your experience might be rendered inadequately if you go for the major arc. You'll find a richer experience if you look for the softer arc and then look for where you can sculpt more globe-like qualities in the softer arc. That makes sense. Peel your gaze open towards the left side wall. Inhale, bring it up to the center. Beautiful. Reach the arms forward at the horizon. Let's go square leg right. And then let's take a hold of the right leg from under the knee. Open leg right. Slide your hips backwards. Use your hand to spin the thigh flesh forward. Reach your left seed hand forward. And then sweep the left hand to ecstasy. We're going to add a crescent to the left. Inhale, back up and through the center. Sit to place the right foot. Reach both arms to the horizon. Square leg left. Find under the knee. Wrap your spiral so you're spinning the skin. And then open leg left. Send the hips back. Take your hand to ecstasy. And then here's the twist. You got an arc. Try to lift up through your left side ribs. Oh no, somebody said, oh. That's hard, huh? There you go. It's like, when you do that, guess what? Okay, your ribs will go towards an inward curve here, and that's what increases the complexity is we're adding an arc the other way. We don't usually practice it like that, so it's okay if it's wobbly. Shake it out, yeah, let's shake it out, let's dance it out. Okay, that's gonna prepare us for what's next, which is side crouch. We've done it a few times in here before. I'm gonna demo it first. There's a tendency for people to collapse here, so what I'm doing is arcing with an open leg, just what we practiced. Walk the hands out. So they're crouching hands, and they're in a diagonal position. My lifted leg is an open leg. It's not a square leg back. That's the number one thing people are gonna do. So the knees forward and wide. And then I'm gonna tilt the head like I'm doing a twisted cat, and then I can go lift the ribs so high the other hand domes. We're gonna come out of it the easy way, which is to step and then rainbow up. If you're feeling strong, you can come up the whole way on one leg. All right, let's go for it. Breathe after your arms. You've worked so hard this year. Shine the light. It's anti-gravity. There's less gravity on the moon. I was watching Buzz Aldrin walk on the moon the other day, and I was like, I'm gonna do that. Let's try it here. Crescent right, open leg left. And keep going. Touch the hands on the floor. Spring hands. Crouching hands, rather. Open leg left. Good. Tilt your crown towards your right hand. Open your throat to dome your left hand. Good. The lighter you lift the left ribs, the more open and light you become. To come out of it, you can float up on one foot, or you can take the easy way out, step the left foot to meet the right, and then rainbow up. Yeah. Other side, be back there. Other side's easier. Crescent left. Open leg right. Go in slow motion. Squat with your standing leg. You get closer to the floor. Touch the hands down. Left first, then right. Dome the spring. You can walk it out if you need more flexibility. Walk it out with your hands. Open leg right. Tilt your crown towards your left spring hand. Round and curve up through your right ribs. Dome hand will lift. The right hand dome. Come out of it on one foot for a challenge. Or just take a step and rainbow up. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Go Kenzie. That was awesome. All right. Step wide, step wide. Hinge at the hips, touch down, dome to spring. Crouching cat. Let's go hero foot here. Keep the hips wide, keep the tail lifted. Lower the knees to the floor, all fours. Step the hands wider than the mat. And walk the knees back, take the feet off the floor. Getting ready for some panther ups. So start off the year right. Keep the elbows wide and keep your heart lifted here. Your goal is to keep the heart up and forward and to keep the hips up and back. Let's go for 6 of them for the first 6 months of the year. Widen through the elbows. And then pull the hips up and back. 1. Keep the shoulder blades wide, maximally distanced the whole time. So, Joel, you can even, spreading the hands out looks better for you. Keep your fingers strong by tipping the fingernails down. Pull your hips back, it's not a push up. Brenda, keep your ribs in your head up and forward. Forward, forward, forward. Up. Come forward towards me more with your head. Look at me. Whee! There you go, that's better. Is that 6 or 10?
I lost count.
All right, last one, lower to your belly, please. Prone bow, right hand rosebud. Lower the feet to the floor. I see a little bit of sweat here, that's okay. It's a good way to start the year. Wiggle your booty to the left and the right. Make it almost hysterical. Isn't it funny how we know how to do this? Nobody else does. It's so much fun. Good. You can take your feet off the floor. Yeah, and do a little windshield wiper. And when you turn your hips, you're really twisting your belly too. You're stretching your psoas. Some people said they were going to be dancing tonight, and I thought, yeah, we are too. Wonderful. We'll do a quick half frog here. So walk your chest up taller. Bring your arms to a sphinx in front of you. Reach back with your right hand and grab your right ankle from the inside if possible. If not, you can grab the outside. Use your left elbow to lift your chest up higher. And then angle your chest up and towards the right. Lean your head back. Push your knee into the ground and open up your belly. If you plan on doing wave pose at the end of class, this is gonna be a good warm up to that. That looks really good, Brenda, Paige, amazing. Everybody, really. Inhale, switch hands. Push your knees down, kick your foot back. If you're holding the inner ankle, you can even give yourself that hitchhiker elbow, pushing it towards your butt first, and then towards the left side wall.
Is the left knee being pushed down, or the right knee being pushed down too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to do, but if you can.
My brain does not compute this move sometimes.
Mine doesn't either. If you can just keep a whisper of a hollow there, that counts. Inhale, release. Bring your hands wide again. Knees or feet off the floor. Hands in panther position. Lift up the heart. And just float there for a minute. Float there with an open jaw. Good. Isn't that glorious? Get wide, get bold, get open. And then exhale, send the hips back, floating back up. Let's do 6 more for the last 6 months of the year. You're counting for yourself. If it feels too much like a push-up, then pull your hips back more. Use your glutes. Land in all fours pose. Booty up and back. Crouching cat. Cat burglar hops to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your heart and head, recovery stance. Sit, step neutral, sit, step neutral. Service arms. Channel your inner Buzz Aldrin and do a moonwalk here. Nice and light. You feel your heart just so buoyantly lifting. The toes stay down. You go backwards when you get far enough forward. Spring to it like the astronauts. here, Earth stance. Your eyes closed. Finding your breath. Taking in that sacred smell of the sage and the cedar and the whatever we burn. Like the one hollow.
Santa.
Yeah, and the sweat. That's part of it too. It's part of the transmutation. Feeling that floaty aspect. You're feeling so lit and lifted here. Blink your eyes open. And we'll take a service arms and then open that up into a wide service. Big drag, step back, right foot, high lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. So you're like in a ready stance, ready to jump off. Push forward. Find some pulses here. Curl your wrist to tone your whole arm. Push your elbows forward. Keep your butt real far back. Okay. Find some stillness here. Butt goes back maximally. Twist to the right. Right hand grabs the booty. Left hand pulls your waistline forward. Lift your booty up. Pull your waist forward. And sit your hips back wider. Inhale, release the arm, coming back through that, whatever we call it, hitchhiker. Let's go the other way. Left hand grabs the left glute, right hand pulls the left waist forward. Even making a little baby arc to the left. Inhale back up to the center. Take the arms back to the service arms. Hinge your hips back so much. So it's like we're gonna go back so far. And we're gonna lower the knee to the floor, low lunge. Hero your right foot. Hips stay back. We're gonna twist to the right. As you arc to the right, inhale back up and through the center. Twist to the left. And add an arc to the left. Yeah, booty stays back even far behind. Inhale back up through the center. Next one, we're going to back to the future pose. Twist to the right, arc to the right. Right hand to the right heel. Left hand ecstasy. Hips back. So good. Inhale back up through the center. And we're going to try to go back to the future too. It's a little bit harder. Twist to the left, arc to the left. Left hand to right heel. Right hand ecstasy. Good. You gotta sit your hips back to touch the ankle. Keep the toes down. Give it a good college try. Inhale back up and through the center. Service arms. You can go crouch foot or hero foot. Send your hips backwards. Push off to step forward. Earth. Earth reflection. Close your eyes. Hitchhiker arms. Sit to step back, left foot, high lunge. With the left heel hovered, you've got the power like you're on a starting block. Twist to the left. Arc to the left. Left hand to the booty, right hand to the left waist. Sculpt yourself, separate your moon. the glute, left hand to the waist. Separate your spheres. Keep your thighs wide. Put equal weight in your feet so you're still spring-tastic. And release the bind. Come back through the center. Service arms. Hinge the hips backwards. So far back, you lower the left knee to the floor. High lunge transitions, low lunge. Twist to the left. Arc to the left. Just in the service arm. Inhale back up through the center. First twist right. And then arc right. Inhale back up through the center. Back to the future. Twist left. Arc left. Left hand, left heel, right hand, ecstasy. Yeah. Once you get that ecstasy tied in, narrow your elbow page. Good. And then bow your throat. Sit your hips back. Arc your right ribs high. That's great, Gina. Inhale. Float back up through the center. Twist to the right. Arc to the right. Back to the future, part 2. Most people don't like Back to the Future part 2, but I like it how they went to the future.
It was because of the flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible. Just in case.
We're going to talk.
Just want to make sure.
You know, when I was a little girl, I was a fanatic. That was like my nerd out. It was all in the
Best
back. All right, bring it back to the center. Woo! Service. Reverse your hinge. Yeah, sit back to step forward. Standing meditation. This is your break. We're going to wind down in a minute, but we've been working towards the challenge pose of the day. Nourish yourself with your breath. Let it feed you and energize you. Let it revitalize the spaces, the dark spaces, and some light there. Let it send openness to the spheres. Open your eyes. I'm going to do a little demo first. We're going into Blue Moon. It is kind of like in reference to the black moon we had yesterday. It's if you can fake it till you make it. I told someone that earlier today. Hey, just go out there, just give it a try. It's not going to be perfect your first time. It never is. Christian, if you want to step aside, I'll do the demo here so everyone can see. So I'm going to start it like what we've been working on. It's going to be that crescent with the open leg. Squat with your standing leg. And then you touch down to crouching hands. Now, I recommend, unless you're super flexible, walking out yourself pretty far. Okay? Okay, then when you're here, this is where you need to swivel on this foot. So I'm going to swivel, basically putting myself in a one-handed back bend. This leg has to stay toned, the air leg, okay? And then you can move back. Come out of it, walk your hands back, and you can come out one leg. I'm not going to do it. Or you can step the foot down and come out the rainbow. Give it a try. It's once in the blue moon that we practice this. Maybe if we practice practice it more often, it'll be easier. So it's adding in everything we've been working on today. Inhale.
Sorry.
You have a question?
Wait, can you verbalize it again?
I will, yeah. I'm gonna verbalize it as we go. Inhale, lean back through your arms. Arc right, open leg left. Squat with your standing leg. Touch down the hands, dome to spring. Walk your hands far enough out that you've got room. No, yeah, there you go. And then keep your left toes down, but swivel your left heel towards your hand. So it's going to spin your right heel towards your hand. It's going to spin all the way around. As you open your belly towards the sky, bring your left hand to your head. Yeah, your left hand has to come up off the floor. Good. Come out of that. Walk your hands back. Place the foot and rainbow up. Yeah, yeah. Getting better. Getting better. Questions? Any difficulty?
Sure.
Sweaty hands in space.
Spinning what?
Sweaty hands in space.
Sweaty hands in
I'm just
space.
sliding so much.
Okay. Is there any way you can maneuver yourself so your hands go to your mat instead of the floor?
Yeah, I'm trying. Let me see if I
Okay.
can. I've made my feet.
Does anybody else have the same problem?
Sweaty hands, yeah.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Well, let's see here. If you start away from your mat, and then you could land with your hands on the mat. And zigzag with your friend. Any other questions? Anybody confused about how to swivel the heel? Alright, V back through your arms. Crescent left, open leg right. You gotta really bend with the standing leg. You get closer to the floor so you can touch your hands down, dome to spring. And then walk them out to your desired distance. And then it's an open leg right. Your heel of the left foot will swivel.
Inward?
Towards your hands. It's gonna swivel.
So that way?
Yeah, yeah. And then you just open your belly up towards the sky. Go Josiah. Yeah, keep your air leg tight. Way to go, Joe. Jeremy. We're going for another try. Swivel and go. So let's take it down a notch here. Hinge to touchdown, dome to spring. All fours. We'll go for walk the knees to the right, lower the left hip to the floor. And slide and glide to come to your side. And roll your back. Artfully shift to the center of your mat. Seeds to the sky. Bowspring bridge. Hover your booty off the floor. Tilt your pubic bone down and make your belly get long. Joel, I would walk my feet closer to my butt. You'll have a little more control there. Yeah, there you go. Keep that, and then bowspring bridge sway. So you're gonna sway the booty to the left and the right, like it's a hammock, swaying in the breeze. The toes will stay down. Open the jaw and the throat, and get playful with it. Let's try a booty bounce. So we're gonna bounce our booty to the floor in the bow bridge, up and down. You can bounce the booty, touch the floor. Boing, 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 boing. Make it playful and dancey-like. Good, and now add the swing to the bounce. So you're gonna sway to the right, bounce that cheek. Sway to the left, bounce that cheek.
You sound like you're rapping.
No, dude, baby.
I love it.
Good, bring it back to the center. Now you can continue your bouncy sway, or we can go to wave prep. So options here, you can stay in your bowspring bridge sway, or come into wave prep. Place the hands for wave prep. I'm going to cue for wave and wave prep. Fingertips point wide, or a little bit more advanced. Fingertips point towards the shoulders. Walk your feet under your booty with high heel shoes on. And then slide up on the crown of your head. So you're sliding on your hair. Good. Elbows narrow. Stay here in your wave prep, or push up to full wave. Yeah. Push your chest up towards the front of the room, Look at your arms and bring them from bent to straight. Reposition your feet if you need to. Open your jaw. When you're ready to come down, you can touch your head and then your booty. Or you can also touch your booty first and then your head.
Too fast.
Take a little break and then give it another try. Place your hands for wave or wave prep. Strong hands and wide hands will help. Strong fingertips. If you're having trouble straightening your arms, then I recommend fingertips pointing wide and hands taking a wider position on your mat. Walk your feet under your booty. Slide up onto your crown. Stay there and enjoy your wave prep. Or push up into wave, press your chest towards the sound of my voice. Look at your arms and bring them straight. Stretch your armpits out. That's good. When you want to come down bowspring style. Beautiful. Freedom pose, hands cup the knees. Find a good rock I'm loving the present moment right now. Just in these only moment is now. It's between two worlds, the world of the past and the future is right now. Again, just waking the body up with gentle movement. Eventually rolling to your left side bow, your heart side. And sliding up to seated. Take a globe hand. And lift our hands to a prayer and gratitude for the space and each other. And inhale, open up to your brightest light. You shine a light on the darkness as well, honoring both the light and the dark. Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful.
Yay. I want to invite any of you who knows somebody who wants to learn the Bowspring to sign up for my Intro to Bowspring course.